Welcome inside Lucas Oil Stadium, the site of yet another brilliant offensive performance by the Colts, a dominant victory by the Colts, and a ridiculous performance by Jonathan Taylor. It's like rinse, repeat each and every week when it comes to Indianapolis Colts football. The latest victim, the Tennessee Titans, down their three highest paid players, okay? They fired their coach earlier in the month. So vibe's not exactly high over there in Nashville, but you play who's across from you, the Colts dominate from start to finish, 38-14. Look, it was kind of an underwhelming first half, but one thing that wasn't underwhelming from the word go was Jonathan Taylor. He started the game off with an 18-yard touchdown, shedding tacklers, no big deal. Started the second half with an 80-yard touchdown run, and even the touch pass from Daniel Jones early in that fourth quarter to really put this thing out of reach if it wasn't already. He's just making guys miss. Like, every time he touches the ball, something spectacular can happen. And regardless of the Colts getting their 7th win in 8 tries this season, regardless of them having the best record in the National Football League, the story on Sunday and with this team is Jonathan Taylor, who is a legitimate contender for the most valuable player in the National Football League. He had 153 yards on 12 carries. 153 yards on 12 carries, that's over 12 yards per carry. It's just unbelievable efficiency, not to mention those 2 receptions for 20-plus yards and another touchdown. 3 total touchdowns. That's the 4th time he's had 3-plus touchdowns this season. It's ridiculous. He has 14 total touchdowns on the year, which is more than a lot of teams have this season. What he's doing is truly special, and I think we all need to take a step back and appreciate that, because the closest comparison you can think of is maybe Saquon Barkley of last year, and then you start getting into LaDainian Tomlinson territory, and that is some rarefied air when it comes to a running back in the National Football League who's for sure in the most valuable player conversation. So this offense was humming. Daniel Jones, another great and efficient performance. Michael Pittman Jr., 95 yards and a touchdown. Josh Downs, 39 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Warren doing his thing. What's interesting, through 8 games, the Colts have not had a 100-yard receiver, yet they're 7-1, and Daniel Jones is having an incredibly efficient season. So unselfish, that's the name of the game. The running game is the name of the game. This offensive line playing some super high-level football. Impressive no matter how you slice it. Shane Steichen, Daniel Jones, Tyler Warren, Josh Downs, Jonathan Taylor, the man of the hour, all after the game. Obviously pretty happy.
Obviously huge to get a win at home, especially a division opponent. Was big. I thought our guys did a great job defensively, holding to 14, and then offensively scoring 38 points there. And thought JT had a hell of a game. Obviously, the big runs there. Daniel played awesome again. O-line protected well. The pass rush was getting there. I thought it was just a great team win.
How do you put into words what JT just put it together?
I don't know. It's impressive. It's hard to put into words, to be honest, because when you see the way he's running, the way the guys are blocking for him, I mean, it's special. It really is. And he's running, like I said, he's running hard. He's running physical. And even when things aren't clean in there, he's finding ways to get 3-4, and then the 80-yard touchdown run to hit that thing down the sidelines and stay in bounds. It was impressive as it gets.
The way he sets up blocks in play,
Yeah.
in the middle of the play, is that something that you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, it's rare, right? That's some of those things. It's the patience. I think it's kind of in your DNA a little bit. You know, when you're a young player, then as you get going and you start to see it more and more and more, and you get comfortable with your O-line and how they're setting up blocks and the communication and how it's coming together, it's good. It's real good.
Shane, I know you're busy on the sidelines. Do you hear the MVP chants for him?
I did. Validated. Validated.
Do you ever surprise you when he does these, or do you see it so often that you think that's just another?
I mean, I've seen it since I've been here, but it's on another level this year for sure. Just the way he's rolling, and the O-line setting up the blocks, and the tight ends and the receivers blocking on the perimeter for him. It's awesome.
What have you learned about
Yeah, I think that was huge. Early in the second half, right there, to come out and have that play. I think it was our first play in the second half. Yeah, huge play. Incredible run by him to stay in bounds. Given that, blocked really well up front too. Those guys did a great job. So, yeah, huge play in the game.
Andy, what do you and Steichen do for each other? Why is this working so well?
Well, I mean, 80-yard runs help for sure. The way JT's playing, the way the guys up front are playing, receivers, made some really big plays today, and then, yeah, I think as far as it goes with Shane. Just the communication's been really good. I think, I've talked about that before, but just throughout the week and understanding how he wants to see the game played, how he sees it unfolding, gives me a good idea of how to handle certain situations and make decisions based on kind of how he sees it. So I think communication's a big deal, and I think he trusts us to make plays in a lot of situations.
You've been in offenses for years now, and you've been around this league for a while. What stands out to you about the way JT plays running back position?
Yeah, I don't know. He's really, really good. He seems like he makes play after play, long run after long run, explosive. He didn't have as many plays, and I guess the sweep was technically in the pass game, but he didn't have as many plays today as he's had throughout the season, but he's been really big in those situations throughout this season. So, just a dynamic football player, handling the ball, throwing the ball. Just when the ball's in his hands, he makes something happen for us.
Do you think you stole one from him there on the
I didn't call the play.
You've been in offenses that were run heavy, really focused on that. How much do you think it helps that you guys are throwing the ball as well as you are right now? It's balanced. You have as balanced an offense as you have.
I think it's a big deal. Yeah, helping. I think they both kind of play off each other. And when you're able to make plays in both the run game and the pass game, defenses can't key on one So I think it's a huge deal to be able to do both, and we've got to continue to work and progress both of them along the way, because defenses will study us and see what we're doing, and we're lucky we got really, really good coaches who have prepared us, have really good game plans week in and week out.
Everybody's going to get the ball, and that's what makes it so lethal. So what can you do? How efficient can you be when your number is called?
So when you get 150 on 12 carries, is that what you're talking about? I mean, being explosive and efficient?
Definitely.
Is it kind of nice to have like 4 games now where you've been able to get out of the game in the fourth quarter?
It's definitely been crazy, but it's also an opportunity to see some of the other guys and have them have an opportunity to make plays. And it gets us excited, though, too, because we see them work day in and day out. So when they get a chance to go out there, live out their dreams, and make plays, it's definitely fun.
JT, Shane told me earlier this week that when you hit that second and third level, that he basically just becomes a fan, because he's like, oh, watch what's going to happen. He's going to take it to the house. How much do you enjoy that your head coach is able to have that much fun watching you run?
I think it shows the amount of trust that he has in me, and that's what you want. You want to be able to show it in practice, show that, hey, you can lean on me, you can trust me, but then ultimately it has to translate to Sundays.
You guys keep hitting those chunk plays in the passing game on third and like too long. What does that do for you guys and your confidence on the offensive side of the ball, knowing you can convert?
No, I mean, it raises the confidence. It opens up the run game. And like I mentioned, it's just another facet of our game that makes us so difficult to defend. And I think when we have guys executing on a high level on those plays, like I mentioned, it opens up the run game. Then for us to execute on the run game continues to open up the pass game. So just playing that complementary football is huge for us.
Jonathan, you mentioned the other day about getting to the end zone, no matter how many yards you have. I mean, is that kind of the icing on the cake, I guess, when you get to the end zone repeatedly like you have?
Oh, definitely. I mean, anytime you can get in the end zone multiple times, it's a good feeling, but you also know you're putting points on the board, which should ultimately lead to a win. We just want to win football games at the end of the day. That's going to get us to where we want to be, is winning football games.
You're talking about Bort. I mean, how has he helped you this season?
Bort has been amazing. One, definitely have another fellow Wisconsin Badger on my team. It's almost like kind of we're in sync, but he's amazing on those reach blocks. I mean, the way he's able to get out, move in space, he's been really awesome this year. And I know he's going to continue to get better, but when you have athletic linemen who can really move in space, it makes it so much easier for you to set up your block. So he's been playing at a high level this year.
Shane was talking about the importance of winning in November, having a 7-1 start. What does that do for you guys moving into this tough slog that you're going to have?
It just puts a bigger target on our back, which we understand and which we accept, and we understand we're going to get everyone's best shot. So we got to come in each and every single week, look each other in the eyes, figure out how do we get better, how do we stay from getting complacent, because it's only going to get harder from here.
One step closer to setting the franchise record for rushing touchdowns. Just what does it mean for you to be on the kind of precipice of doing that?
There's been some legends, some great players that come through this organization, and to be mentioned with them, it means a lot. And you want to just kind of be that next stepping stone for the next guy to come in here and ultimately someday surpass you. And I just think they set a path, And you don't have to take that path exactly, but to be able to have a blueprint is really special.
Seems like Edgerrin James seems to be around quite a bit. What have conversations been like between you guys?
Number one, he's just been telling me of how he came in each and every single day, went to work, but how you have to be dependable. Your team is going to rely on you. You want to be that back that they can depend on, whether it's, hey, we need a big player, hey, we just need a yard. But how can you fit yourself into each and every single situation in order to play at a high level and get the job done?
Yards. So I mean, when he's ripping off like 80-yard touchdowns, I mean, like we're gonna keep on winning games. So
what's going through your head when you hear the MVP chants in the stadium for him today?
I mean, I think that he has a real shot. I mean, I know that the MVP is like a quarterback thing, but he's gonna give it like his best run at it.
Your catches, that one drive you had 2 wild catches. Take us through those. How difficult were those to make?
Yeah, I mean that first one was kind of a funny catch. I mean, like those are one of the ones that have a good ending, but like you don't want to see the play again. Like just like skip it in film. And then the last one, I mean, the offensive line just held up good, and Dan gave me a great pass, and it was a perfect ball, and I was just able to cradle it.
This offense, 30 points in 4 straight games. Just what's clicking offensively, and I think you touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with our offensive line and JT and Dan playing at such a high level, and like we have so many different weapons that like there's like so many ways to go. I mean, Josh is making crazy catches, like AP's going over the top of defenses. Tyler's making tough catches. I mean, it's hard to stop.
When you guys are playing like this, it just kind of feels like you're in a flow state. Like, do you feel like you guys are in the zone? Like everything Shane's dialing up feels like it's working.
Absolutely, and I think that starts like in practice. I mean, Shane is really detailed, like in his carded looks, and like it's crazy because like we'll run a play like on cards, and we're like, no way it's gonna look like that, and then it looks just like that, and it's wide open. I'm like, all right. I mean, like maybe he's on to something. So, yeah.
And are you at your best on 50-50 balls? Just how did you kind of develop that ability to come up with those contested catches?
Yeah, I mean, I just watched some Alec Pierce tape, and it just gets me just fired up to go make a 50-50 ball. So
He just turned around and
looked at you. Yeah.
Shane said you were okay staying at 95 and not going back out there.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, like just because we didn't need it, right? And if I want to get 100 yards, I got to do it in in our actual game time. And then at the end of the game, when we're just trying to run out that clock, like it's just not smart.
Is the offense not having a 100-yard receiver this year? Is that a function of the versatility of this offense?
Rich?
Or is it a function of like you guys just blowing teams out so much that you come out of the game in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's a combination of both. I mean, because we have so many weapons that like it's spread out so well that like we don't need somebody to do that. And like if it does happen, then it just happened naturally. I mean, last game Alec had 98 yards, and he was good with just letting it go because we were winning and just in the flow of the game. Like we just didn't need it. Like it didn't add anything to us winning the game.
You talked about it earlier, I'm sure, but when you hear the MVP chants for JT,
Yeah.
are you sort of cheering him on, or you understand
Absolutely.
it?
I mean, I know that they like to give it to like quarterbacks, but he's playing at such a level where they're gonna have to consider a non-quarterback this year. So.
Arguably one of the purest receivers I've seen, and he's just over there working each and every day.
How is just the variety of skill sets you guys have as receivers? How does that allow you guys to operate so well as well between yourself and Alec and Michael? Some of you guys all have different skill sets. How much does that help?
Yeah, like I said, it just makes it hard to stop. We don't have like a one-trick pony. We got like a 5-trick pony, 6-trick pony. So it's hard on defenses, and y'all are seeing it. We're very efficient, and we just got to keep it up.
How difficult were Pitt's catches there on that one drive?
Hey, he went, juggled the ball, caught it, and then he had a one hand in the back of the end zone. Just testament to how good he is, what he's been doing the past years, and now we're winning. So it looks even better, and we're getting a spotlight on the team.
How big has he been for this offense? He's up to 6 touchdowns this year.
Oh, he's huge. I mean, 6 touchdowns. We got 9 games left. Yeah. So I told him on the sideline, I'm like, you got about 12 touches this year. He's like, I'm trying to get it. And I was like, hey, keep going. But yeah, we feed off each other. We got a really close room. I mean, we joke around each and every day. And you can just tell, we got a great coach, Reggie.
You guys are 7-1 right now. Just what's the mood right now in this locker room?
Just keep going. I mean, 7-1 is great, but we want to be 16-1, I guess. Yeah. So and we want to go further than that. So at the end of the day, you can't just dwell on this. Be happy about it till tomorrow, and then on to the Steelers.
What's it like watching JT just go to work week in and week out?
I don't even have no words for it. I really just go up to him and like smile. He's like a big brother to me, so I just be like, I go up to him just like, hey, bro, like, you the best player I ever seen. And he just smiles at me and be like, hey, bro, you nice. I'm like, nah, it's on you. I'm like, this your show. So it's great seeing him. He's a great player, great dude, really good, a great man, like off the field as well. So he deserves it.
There were a chance of MVP. Do you think he's the MVP right now in this season?
I mean, I think he's the best player in the league. So I feel like that says it all. And he just got to keep it up, and that's what he's going to keep doing. So he deserves it.
I mean, just how much you guys just rolling right now, 7-1, taking care of business in these games?
Yeah, I think we've, been really consistent on offense week in and week out. I think that kind of has been a big thing for us, and still being able to get the same guys going. Like JT, being able to put multiple games together, I think has been huge for the offense as a whole.
JT gets those MVP chants. What's going through your head when you hear that?
No, that's pretty cool. I think there's nobody, more deserving type of guy he is and the way he works and, the attitude he brings in the facility every day. And I think it kind of speaks to the O-line and the offense as a whole when you do have an MVP, caliber player that everybody's doing their job.
Have you ever seen a running back do what he's doing so quickly in a season?
No, this is my first time, being in the NFL, so it's hopefully I get used to it. So he's doing that for a long time, but yeah, it's been fun to watch.
Do you feel when you guys feels like everything Shane's styling up is working? Like everybody's getting involved, run game, pass game, and you guys are putting up 30 points regularly. Like how does that feel when you're in the zone like that?
Yeah, I think when you're in the flow of the game, you're just focusing on the next play and executing from play to play. So I don't think obviously you notice it when you're doing good, but I think it's kind of just playing within the flow of the game.
The mentality in this team right now, do you feel this buzz in here, week after week right now?
Yeah, it's fun to come into work every day, and everyone's got the same attitude we did when we first showed up to camp, so I think that's been a big part of just having that same motivation every week.
All right, so the offense is the story, but defensively, I got to give them some credit. They took a step forward, and I gotta tell you, DeForest Buckner, in my opinion, is playing some of the best football he's played in a Colts uniform and maybe in his career. He is in the backfield every single game. He is the one constant. Him and Grover Stewart both. The D tackles are leading the charge. Cam Ward had some time, but time ran out a lot of different times throughout this game. They were getting to the quarterback when they needed to, making plays when they needed to. Look, this Tennessee Titans offense is nothing special, but taking steps forward against an inferior opponent, I think that's not insignificant. So something to keep growing with. You'll hear Cam Bynum say, look, we're getting better, we're getting there. DeForest Buckner saying, look, we have some things to improve on. There's no question about it. But making the necessary steps and continuing the forced turnovers streak, a pick late in that football game as well. Defensively, not too shabby, going to have to up its level of play, no doubt, with the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to town. Going to Pittsburgh a week from now.
Those MVP chants, you're on the sideline watching what he's able to do. What do you kind of take away from that?
No, yeah, obviously he's playing at an MVP level, you know what I mean? And it's been exciting, you know what I mean? The whole stadium just chanting MVP. We're witnessing greatness right in front of us, you know what I'm saying? So it's been cool.
Well, you've been in the backfield at a high clip this season. What do you feel is most impressive about your performance and what's led to it?
Yeah.
Being a leader.
Yeah, honestly, I would say just the constant work that I'm continuing to try and do, the extra work or whatever it is. Just making sure I take advantage of my opportunities, like I've been saying, you know what I mean? That's been my biggest goal, especially throughout the off season. Just making sure, when my opportunity shows up, that I take advantage of the one-on-one opportunities, that I have, and I've just been trying to do it on a consistent basis.
Did you feel the defense took a step today in the right direction?
Yeah, I think so. We obviously got things we need to clean up, especially, a lot of leaky yards in the run game, and then just, continuing to keep, those mobile quarterbacks in the pocket. You know what I mean? We're getting pressure, on them and everything, getting them off the spot. We just got to do a better job with containing them in the pocket.
This defense, another turnover. What does it say about this team that you guys keep getting these week after week?
Yeah, we always preach getting the ball, getting the takeaway, and the guys are just really adamant about attacking the ball, and it's been happening. It's been showing up.
You've been a part of this team for a while. Mm-hmm. What's the mood? How is it different right now at 7-1?
No, yeah, obviously the mood's high right now. Everybody is excited that we're continuing to stack these wins, but we got to stay humble and grounded. we're just working on each and every day, taking it one day at a time, being the best that we can each and every day, and how we can improve.
Do you make it a point to watch this offense go to work?
Oh yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I mean you're on the sideline for a while, so just watching them continue to move the ball down the field, make those big plays, those big time third down conversions when we need them. It's been fun, and even in the pass game, I mean DJ's doing a great job with just spreading the ball around. So we got so many playmakers; they're all getting touches on the rock, and obviously JT's doing his thing on the ground.
Fans to feel like it's worth their time to come to our games. So winning at home is the only way to do that, and winning games, period. Everybody talks about don't lose games at home. Our mindset is I don't want to lose a game. We got one loss on our record, and I want it to stay right where it is, and we just want to continue to win games. But like I said, take it 1 week at a time.
A number of guys who got to the quarterback today. How collective of an effort has it been from this defensive front to continue putting this defense in good situations to capitalize?
Yeah, they're just making it fun. Everybody's able to, share the wealth a little, get their pressure, get their sack. Even if it's a tip ball at the line of scrimmage, everybody's making plays on this whole defense. And week by week, you never know who's going to be the one to make the play because everybody's capable. So that's making it fun to play defense because you never know what's going to happen every single week. But every single person is stepping up when their opportunity comes to them.
I don't know. This secondary was hungry to make a play there late to keep this takeaway streak.
I know. We had to. I was so happy. Shout out to Chris Lamons, just being able to, get I think it was on 4th down too. Just being able to get a red zone interception, turnover in the red zone, that's worth two turnovers in reality. So just be able to keep that streak of us taking the ball away and just making sure that that's always at the forefront of our mind to create turnovers and force a turnover every single week, no matter when it is. Even if it's in the end of a game, we still want to be able to have the mindset of taking the ball.
I know this defense likes to put on a show. How much of a show is Jonathan Taylor putting on for the entire league right now?
Yeah, he's the best in the world right now. I've been knowing about him over the years, but becoming his teammate, I'm happy to be wearing the same color as him every Sunday because he's a dog. He's a person that you don't want to have to play against, and I feel bad for anybody that has to go against him in the weeks to come. But he works extremely hard. He's extremely focused. He doesn't get too high off of these crazy performances he has, but because that's our job, his teammates, to hype him up and everything. He's staying even keel, so it's fun to be teammates with him, and he's the best.
Lastly, how bad do you feel for defenders who have to try to match up with Michael Pittman Jr. when he does the things like he did today?
Yeah, he does everything. I've been seeing him since high school. He's been a guy I've been playing against since high school, going against him in college. So I've been knowing what he's capable of, and just the way that he's able to, run routes, be able to block well, be able to get yards after a catch, and just being somebody you don't want to tackle. That's the main thing. Like when he gets the ball in his hand, I hated tackling him in college. So that's a cool thing that I'm on his team. I'm chilling. I'm a fan of him.
Happy Colts locker room as they have been 7 of 8 times. That's a pretty good percentage, I would say, this season. Jake Arthur of Roundtable Sports joins us in Locked On Colts. Jake, for me, start and finish this game with Jonathan Taylor. What we're watching is ridiculous. To me, the closest comparison is Saquon Barkley of last year.
Yeah.
Maybe better. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be hyperbolic or anything, but it is week in, week out, 153 yards, 3 total touchdowns, 14 on the season.
Yeah.
What do you say?
No, I mean we're witnessing history right now, and I don't want that to be lost on all of us. What we're seeing each and every week, like this is greatness, and this is a franchise that's had Edgerrin James, Marshall Faulk, Lenny Moore. Like this is a Hall of Fame loaded running back group in this franchise, and we're seeing a guy that's doing it as well as it's been done here. Yeah. So it's incredible. Again, you added 150 yards today, another 3 touchdowns. Joins a very small group of players to ever score 3 touchdowns in 4 separate games in a season. It's odd because this is reminding me of LaDainian Tomlinson's record-breaking season that he had with like 30 touchdowns or whatever it was back in the day. But tell me why Jonathan should not be firmly in the MVP race right now.
What quarterback has established themselves? And you're on the team with the best record in the NFL. I mean, I don't care if you're playing Corned Beef State. This is ridiculous what we're seeing. From Jonathan Taylor. So that's the main story of the day. The Colts are 7-1, however. Feels like taking a back seat to Jonathan Taylor almost, but you play the teams in front of you, you beat the teams who you play, and setting up for a really interesting matchup next week in Pittsburgh. But what impressed you aside from JT? It just feels like rinse repeat with this offense, efficiency-wise.
Yeah, I am always impressed by the fact that they can look so dominating but leave things out on the table. Like they weren't great on third down today. They were decent in the red zone. I mean, they didn't have to be when you're running for 80-yard touchdowns necessarily. But there's always something to improve on, and they put 38 points on the board. And this was the 6th of 8 games where they didn't turn the ball over. That's honestly one of the most impressive things to me of this.
We're not talking about that enough.
Yeah, they're not turning the ball over. And it's Daniel Jones, who through his career has been known widely with the Giants as a boring quarterback, which he has not been, and a reckless one who turns the ball over. And he has not been that. Yeah. So this offensive line is playing out of its mind, which is helping Jonathan Taylor be excellent. Daniel Jones deserves MVP consideration as well. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, again, some things to clean up, but you only allowed touchdowns really near the beginning and the end of the game and garbage time at the end. So the defense, again, there's things they could improve on, but they're playing with who they have right now. So, 3 sacks from defensive tackles today, that's always great to see. So we're starting to nitpick at whatever the gripes might be in this one.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Starting to nitpick. Is it just me, or is DeForest Buckner playing some of the best ball of his career?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to go and look at what other D tackles around the league are doing, but he's having an all-pro year.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
I said that verbatim in the press. He got a sack. I'm like, he's in the backfield at a ridiculous clip.
He does, honestly, and he doesn't really deserve to have to be their leading sacker every single year. Like he should be getting more help from the outside, and they're getting pressures, yes, but he consistently is never matched by anybody else on the line. Like just excellence. I mean, Grover Stewart played out of his mind too, but tackles for loss, sacks. Like DeForest Buckner is just so consistent, and I don't know where this team would be without him throughout the last several years, but especially a defense this year that's kind of hanging on by a thread, and what the offense is doing is really helping them out.
All right, now the Colts go on the road. Pittsburgh, Germany, by Kansas City. It's an interesting stretch here. Yeah. It starts with Pittsburgh next week. What's your initial thoughts revolving that one? Like, of course, we'll see. This is pre-Sunday Night Football here on Sunday, so magic of recorded television. But what do you think of that game? It's an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, and I've always in the past have been cautious about being overly confident about things, but this offense matches up very, very well with this defense. Mike Tomlin doesn't change a thing about his defense ever, and Shane Steichen has dominated that defense, at least in his tenure here with the Colts. So I love the Colts offense in a matchup against a rather static defense. They know just take care of TJ Watt, and they've done that well before. So I love whatever the offense can do. And then Aaron Rodgers has played some good football this year. And, I mean, they've got some guys on the offensive side of the ball. Like, the Colts don't have anyone that really matches up with DK Metcalf right now.
Right.
But I don't think that the Steelers are going to win a shootout with the Colts. Right. So I really like the Colts' chances next week.
Yeah, 2 things can be true. Excuse me for not shaking in my boots when it comes to an Arthur Smith led offense. Sorry. Anyway, maybe we are overconfident, but why wouldn't you be? The Colts are 7-1. This is ridiculous what we're seeing. It's week in, week out, beating the teams you're supposed to beat. It's an inferior opponent, you can say that, but they're beating the crap out of them. 38-14, your final here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Jake Arthur, great as always. Be sure to tune into Locked On Colts, Roundtable Sports. It's all good stuff. Jake Arthur, Dominic Miranda. Catch us on air and on WTHR Plus for all your Colts coverage. We'll see you next time.